Probably not, but Stifle is still something he could have in the situation.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll bring him back in?
I mean, I would assume it's always the kind of card that you want on the play and not on the draw.
Right.
Especially against an aggressive deck like this. And there's no like triggered ability or anything, like a storm count or anything like that. So I mean, I guess I would want Stifles on the play. There's a high percentage that, like, if he has fetch lands, you're going to beat those, and if he doesn't have fetch lands, he might have the wrong color combinations of lands.
Yeah, it's totally possible. I mean, obviously it sucks if you draw them in the late game, but if you have it on turn 1, it's pretty high variance in that respect.
And it also like shuts down his Pride Mages.
Yeah, shuts down Pride
Or
Mage.
Night Activation still in LD.
Shuts down a Night activation. Yeah, you can still LD them when they try and go for the Night.
Yeah.
Nice. Shuts off a Tower of the Magistrate activation.
Yeah.
Shuts off Exalted. I love thinking about all the crazy small things Stifle does, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see. Dylan goes for the pile shuffle. Conley has got the sideboard and face on.
He's a thinking.
He is thinking. How does he want a sideboard here? All right, I think Conley, heads back to his sideboard.
I've always wanted to, I'd love to spend a day in Conley's head.
So, what do you think about Conley's deck so far? Do you like the Even Mind Sensors and Stifles, or do you think his version?
We haven't seen them do anything yet. So
Sure. The one thing that they have done subtly is they've made it so the other cards aren't in his deck.
Yep.
And so, like, from the looks of it, do you like his deck more than a normal blue-white deck?
I don't know. I don't think I'd like Even Mind Sensor too much. It sometimes can get in a player, but it costs 3 mana, and like, if you're spending 3 mana on something, it has to do something amazing. And the deck already has Vendilion Clicks as well.
The card I do like is Spellstutter Sprite.
Oh, Sprite's awesome.
I think we haven't seen a lot of sprites in Legacy in a really long time.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good in this metagame. Plus, I mean, Conley has the 4 Mutavaults to go pretty nicely with it, too.
And Vendilion Clicks.
Although, with the Mutavaults, maybe it might be tempting to run a couple Standstill. So if you were to cut the Sensors and the Stifles, Standstill is a place you could look.
That's actually true. I mean, with having all the flash creatures and Mutavault.
Right.
I mean, but like Mutavault, Spellstutter Sprite needs Mutavault, but isn't just. I mean, it is obviously worse than
Mistress Factory?
Yeah.
But not by much.
And also, I mean, I guess like, they are like 3/3s against your opponent's Lord, like Lord of Atlantis.
It's true.
It's kind of interesting.
You can always run the split and let your Mistress Factories pump your Mutavaults. Ooh. The Alex Burton.
That's interesting.
The Alex Burton-Chini technology. If you don't,
because he had 1 Mutavault in his deck.
Yeah, Alex wanted a 5th Mistress Factory, so he played 1 Mutavault. Definitely got punked by Mistress Factory several times.
That's pretty cool.
Opponents seldom saw that one coming.
Because what are they? Pump other target factory or something?
Pump target assembly worker.
Oh, okay.
So it can pump that, and it can pump assembly worker.
Yeah.
From Time Spiral, as well as his factory tokens.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like these guys are ready to head into game 3.
You can Rune Halo Mr. Fact. Oh no, does that not work? Because it becomes an assembly worker? Is that how it works?
No, because the name is not assembly worker.
That's what it
but
is.
you can engineered plague assembly worker.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So, interesting little interaction. Who do you think has the edge here now that we're heading into game 3?
Conley, he's on the play.
On the play, his deck is probably a little favored anyway,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, for sure. I think Conley's got the edge.
And he has so many draws, people just automatically win too. If he has like Stifle or Stoneforge backed up with Force or any number of things, Conley would just take control of this game. Of course, not to discount Dylan at all. He's playing Zoo, which can always take down a game. You go turn 1 Nicodle, turn 2 Pride Mage, smash you for 4. Players having some lively banter. And
They're having fun.
Looks like we're about to see. Dylan and Conley are both that kind of guy. They both have that kind of attitude.
This whole Star City of games open, just like aura is just everyone's just enjoying being here. It's just really, it's interesting. A lot of terms you see a lot more serious, and like I'm not saying they're not trying, but I'm saying they're just enjoying themselves.
Yeah, I noticed that too. When you go to a Grand Prix or even a PTQ, people are always so serious.
Well,
so
PTQs
tight.
are everyone's very serious at PTQs.
But yeah, it starts the open event. People just have fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
I like it.
And so Dylan leads off with a turn 1 Windswept Teeth. I mean, how could you not love it here? Like 2 days of formats, you can play Draft, Legacy, Standard. You get to play a bunch of rounds against great players.
I don't.
You don't enjoy this? You don't commentate on
I don't
matches?
get to play.
Well, I mean, yeah. You look at the decks that are being played.
Yeah. No, I'm enjoying myself.
I remember the first time we got handed a deck list. You're like, we get the deck list?
Yeah. I get to know all the information early.
He's like, I feel so wrong.
Yeah, like on Friday night, I got some information about decks, and I usually feel wrong about that. I felt guilty learning things about other people's decks, but then I realized I'm not going to see anyone that plays, talk to them about it, and I'm commentating. It was pretty sweet.
So, all right. So gets a Taiga playing Noble Hierarch, and then mental misstep from Conley Woods will shut down that plan.
Yeah. I mean, is Dylan thinking about misstepping back? Yeah, and he does. Conley also has an Aven Mind Sensor in hand. And a Stoneforge Mystic, so... Oh, he actually just drew another Mind Sensor.
Looks like some censorship is going to happen here then.
What are you going to say? I don't know what I'm going to say. Are you ready over there?
So I think we're going to have some Aven Mind Sensor come down on turn 3, and that'll shut down Dylan's fetch lands to an extent. He can still maybe get a little lucky and hit on them. But by that point, Noble Hierarch in play, it might already not matter. That's what I was worried about with Aven Mind Sensor. I think it might just not matter at the speed it's at.
Especially, I mean, sure, like if he drops a Knight and then he like tries to activate Knight and it gets him one time.
Down comes Wild Mikado. Note that Dylan had the misstep for Conley's misstep on the first turn.
And a Wild
Mikado. Oh, the double Mikado draw. Now that is a brutal draw.
Well, I mean, he does have the Batter Skull, so...
Does Dylan have an answer for that? Maybe not.
Or he does have Batter Skull, doesn't he?
Does he find Feast and Famine instead?
Yeah.
I don't see Batter Skull in his hand.
Oh, no, he wants Feast Famine because he's going to go Aven Mind Sensor. So here's what's kind of interesting. He's going to make Dylan think that he has Batter Skull
and not want to attack.
He might only attack just for 4. Conley takes it, and then he plays an Aven, and if he draws a land, he gets to Aven, equip, attack, untap, play a Stoneforge Mystic.
Interesting. Yeah, I think a lot of players would just gone for Batter Skull there. Tower the Magistrate, right there. He drew it. Wow.
That ruins all Conley's plans.
So much for your Feast of Famine. I mean, to be fair, Batter Skull would still be pretty bad right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dylan hesitated, but it was like, whatever, I'll just put this guy down.
Conley's like, screw his cards, is like, wow, and blow out.
Yeah. Tower the Magistrate doing some work. Down comes Tarmogoyf. Looks like Dylan is well positioned to take this game.
Yeah,
Mind Sensor comes down.
Ahead.
And Dylan's like, all right, whatever. You can have your 2/1 flyer. Nice card. And I don't think Conley found a land there.
No, he didn't find a land, and he's staring at so much damage.
Wow. Yeah, that's 6 plus Tarmogoyf is a 3 or 2, I think, right now. So that's 6, 8 points crunching in next turn towards Conley Woods' life total, plus Tower the Magistrate up. Things are going to go sideways for Conley Woods here if he doesn't have some action soon.
And what kind of action is he looking for? Like, what is he looking for?
I think he has to find a Wasteland for the Tower of the Magistrate above all else.
Yeah.
And then probably find Batter Skull. So I think maybe he goes Stoneforge this turn.
That's a lot of
what ifs, right? Yeah. I think he has to go Stoneforge this turn, find Batter Skull, untap, find Wasteland.
I hope Dylan never has a draw.
Nope, he just passes. Might be trying to ambush with some Aven Mind Sensors. Oh, he drew Swords to Plowshares. Conley's mana, his Mutavault's trying back to haunt him right now as he has kind of mana rough spot. Sitting on Mutavault Tundra. Not so good for casting all the spells Conley wants to cast. He would love to be able to play Mystic and Swords, or use Mystic and play Swords, but he can't. He has to choose one or the other, make that kind of decision.
I mean, the Sword is shut down, though.
Right, the Sword is shut down, but there may be a point in the future where Conley draws Wasteland, or even a Stifle could beat the Tower of the Magistrate for a turn, if he just wants to get in, so. And Dylan just serves, thinks for a second, then realizes, wait, I'm a Zoo player, and since all this guy's forward.
So, you have to deal with this board. I think he's going to activate a Mutavault, double block. He only loses the Mutavault on one of the Nicattles, kills, and then he gets to kill the Tarmogoyf, and he's down to 1 Nicattle now. It's not a perfect situation to be in, but...
And the big issue is Conley's going to be on 2 lands and he's already rough on mana.
Obviously, it's not a great position to be in, but what is Conley going to do? I think that's the best thing he can be looking at.
Right.
he only trades one permanent, and now next turn he'll have to find another answer for a 4/4.
Alright, so Dylan stacks them as we predicted, killing Mutavault first.
Oh, he doesn't use the swords.
Oh, he opts not to swords. Alright. Interesting. So now he's swords the Tarmogoyf post combat.
I think maybe he was just wanting to hold the mana up. So he didn't. I don't know. I have no
think
clue.
Probably he was going to see if Dylan played Night of the Reliquary or something when at that juncture. And he didn't. So there's Mystic number 2. This one should find Batterskull.
Yep.
But Batterskull not so good against the Mercadian Masks rare.
Yeah, it's only good once you have like 7 mana. So you can like put it into play, they give it that, you bounce it and put it into play again and block.
Yeah. And then you have to 2 Mystics, which I guess Conley has, but yeah, it's quite a workaround. Plus, when you consider Dylan has Ancient Grudge in his deck, in service of Aven Mind Sensor.
Yeah, it is rough.
Yeah. Yeah, Tower of the Match, literally just a total bulk rare, no one ever played with it, and then Living Weapon changed everything.
Yeah.
Alright, passes back to Dylan McDonald. Serve. Is that 3 Noble Hierarchs? That's a lot of Noble Hierarchs. So that Nikata will be a 6/6 when it serves.
Yeah, I mean, but he's going to be close in the chump block range anyway. Yep, Conley just has to block it.
Yep, Conley just chumps with a Stoneforge Mystic. Can't afford to do much else. And I think Dylan's probably going to pass here.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 1 card in hand. Who knows what it is? He's not really camera friendly. And Conley doesn't have a land drop again. Has to pass the turn. Dylan comes in for 6 damage. Conley blocks with a Stoneforge Mystic and puts the Batterskull into play, which, you know, then the tower's now going to be able to kill. Tests 3 Noble Hierarchs for Night of the Reliquary. Gets Force of Will by Conley. Conley goes down to 8 now, so.
Alright, serves in with Batterskull, Magistrates
kills
that.
the germ.
And now Batterskull is just sitting in play.
Conley draws a land, but it's a little bit too late.
And he's going to shuffle with fetch land. But yeah, I agree. I think it's a little too late for Conley Woods. And does Conley have anything worthwhile in his hand?
I mean, he has another Aven Mind Sensor he's going to probably put down and block this Wild Nikata. Unless he has another Vendilion Click in hand, he might like try to dig through his deck a little bit. Nope, just Aven Mind Sensor is probably just.
And I don't like keeping the Mind Sensors in this matchup. They just don't trade with anything.
It hasn't done anything besides do 3 mana, which
might as well be a Windbreak.
Is that a 4th Noble Hierarch? Oh no, it costs 2, so I don't know.
I think it's a Pride Mage.
Yeah, it's Pride Mage.
So kind of, give the exalted bonus.
Yeah, he should have played that. Did he play that main phase 1, or that was main phase 2, wasn't it?
He played main phase 1, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. I mean, then he was forced to block main phase 1. It had to have been that. He was a 6/6, so it became a 7/7, so he had to have played it.
Yeah. After the match, we'll see if we can get Conley Woods in here to talk a little bit about his deck. So.
Okay. Sounds good.
Even though Conley lost, I know a lot of you guys are wondering about this deck, what his decisions were.
It's interesting.
It's really interesting. I'd love to know about his Mind Sensor decision too, like why he left the sensors in. All right, so the gigantic Nikata that could serves in. Mind Sensor number 3. Is that 3 or 4 now?
That's number 3.
That's 3. Comes down, blocks.
I mean, he's poking away. Got him down to 12.
All right.
I mean, the interesting thing actually is, yeah, Conley wastelanded, and there is no more that land.
All right, the tower is gone. So I mean, if Conley got up to 5 to re-equip Batterskull,
Well, I mean, but there's a Pride Mage still in play.
Yeah, he's still a Pride Mage too. It'd take a lot of effort. I don't think Conley has anything. He's got a land in his hand.
And a sword.
And neither of those are going to fight off. He can chump block for a turn, but Dylan will just brainstorm and found a sword to plowshares, which should put an end to it.
Oh, yeah. I think Dylan's going to take the match. Even after losing the first game, Dylan came back to be dominating Game 3 and probably taking this match away from Conley.
Yeah, I mean, the matchups... I thought maybe favored Conley at first, but thinking about it more, I think Dylan's deck might actually be the favorite in this match because...
Oh, yeah. Like I said about Conley's deck is we don't know. He didn't know. There's a lot of theory, and, I don't think the Ava Mind Sensors are even close to as good as he thought they were going to be.
Yeah. Or, I mean, especially in this matchup. I think there are some matchups where they're relevant, but this is not one of them. And I think, I think Dylan wants to do something before blockers. Or...
Just returning.
Oh, he's returning Battersfield to his hand, okay.
Okay.
Alright, Conley draws. I think, is that a brainstorm?
Yeah. Just gives him, no, I think it might be a stifle.
Oh, it's a stifle. Yeah, not the card you want to draw right now.
You
This is
can
precisely the point.
stifle the Exalted.
Stifle one Exalted trigger.
Yeah, and go to 1.
Huh. Oh, that's time in the round for Legacy.
Wow, that's
So 5 more turns, but it shouldn't take 5 more turns. Inserts Wild Nikotl.
Yeah.
Block with Mutavault. Conley's trying to buy time. Passes back. Turn 2 now.
Yeah. And
So Dylan gets 2 more time. That's it. Conley just concedes. Dylan McDonald takes the match down. Congrats to Dylan.
Dylan goes to 3-0.
Dylan goes to 3-0.
Blue Zoo deck.
Aquarium.
Aquarium.
Swim with the fishies, but
There's
no
like
merfolk.
no fishies there, but we'll call it aquarium.
Merfolk don't live in an aquarium, they live in the ocean.
I mean, it seems like just a drowning zoo. Like a zoo
Yeah,
got flooded.
It's drowning zoo, sure.
Yeah.
It's really just Bant with red, but Hey everyone, back in the booth. I'm Gavin Verhey here with Brad Nelson, and it looks like they just called time and Legacy.